Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and how's everything going today? Uh, I, it's a beautiful day here, not a cloud in the sky, completely cloudless, and it must be about, well, it feels about 72 degrees. It's beautiful. It's just, it's, I guess this is the calm before it gets really hot every day here in Austin, Texas. I'm at poolside today, and I just wanted to say, I'm not going to mention anything about the truck. My brother Jay is tired of hearing about the truck, so I want to apologize to my brother Jay. I'm not going to mention the truck at all today. But then again, I just did mention the truck. The hacker presentation was very popular. It got over 1.1 or 1.2. 1.4 or 1.3 or 1 point something K views. It was the most watched presentation to date. So I don't know whether it was the hacker's intelligence, the way he answered questions so eloquently. I don't know whether it was the Black Panther in the background or what it really was. I'm still trying to figure out. Maybe I didn't have a video the next day. I was dealing with the truck, again the truck, and I didn't do a video. Maybe that's the reason. I don't know what the reason is, but the reason is a good reason. Whatever the reason is a reasonable reason to be reasonable about those views. So without further ado, it's May 5th. Happy Cinco de Mayo. And today in 1862, we celebrate Cinco de Mayo on May 5th. It's the day that the Mexican army defeated the French colonialism. This was the start of a great push towards Mexican independence. It was the Battle of Puebla, Pueble. The French were defeated. They were defeated in a big way, and this is a very, very celebrated holiday in the Latino and the Mexican community, as well as the Anglo-Saxon and the rest of America. So our hats are off to the Mexican people, the Mexican food, and no Cinco de Mayo would be complete without some Melinda's pepper sauce, Japalino pepper sauce. This is very hot. I will, in honor of Cinco de Mayo, I will put this on everything. Everything I consume today will be coated with Melinda's pepper sauce. Yes, this is what Cinco de Mayo would be Cinco de Mayo without hot sauce. Whatever your brand is, when I'm ever at a restaurant and they raffle off all the different hot sauces, it's easier just to say number 1 or number 2 or number 3 or 1 and 3 or 2 and 1 or 1, 2 and 3. I find it difficult to pronounce certain words, as you know, and it's easier for me to just say 1, 2, or 3, or 3, 2, 1, or or all of them. And so today is going to be a big hot sauce day for me and many other Americans celebrating Cinco de Mayo. I wish I had a piñata to smash right now. In 1904, Cy Young pitched a perfect game. Now, if you know anything about sports, and I know a lot of you do, and a lot of you are kind of sketchy, but a perfect game in baseball is the most difficult, the most exciting, it's the most challenging, it is the paramount. It's like no other feat in professional sports. It's the pitcher against 27 men, 27 men, 27 batters, they call it. 27 up, 27 down. No player on the opposite team can reach first base no matter what. Even if he's hit with a pitch, it ruins the perfect game. No batter can be walked. No batter can be an error. No errors, nothing. It's a perfect game. 27 players up, 27 players down. On the third pitch, it hits off the catcher's glove. Nothing can happen. They could run out of hot dogs in the stands. It doesn't matter. The beer is flowing. It's a perfect game. It's a very rare occurrence. It's unbelievable. These are professional baseball players, trained and qualified to hit that baseball. And there's a pitcher that can't hold up. He can't throw the wrong pitch. They'll hit it out of the park. They'll get a base hit. It's complete concentration to pitch a perfect game. And Cy Young did that in 1904. It's the only one of the first perfect game in modern baseball history. And for that reason, they give the Cy Young Award to pitchers in the major leagues. He was playing for the Boston Americans. Today we know as the Red Sox, and they were playing the Philadelphia Athletics. And what we know today is that's the Oakland Athletics over in Oakland, California. And it was just unbelievable. A lot of people don't realize some of the things that go into sports, you know. People always say that the race car driving, they just go around in a circle. You have to look past that and the visual and admire and appreciate all the technology that goes into keeping those cars around, the fuels, the tires, the engine, all these things have to be calculated on computers and analytics. So it's the same thing with baseball. You think it's boring, anything but boring watching a perfect game. It's just like, it's unbelievable. Nobody can reach first base no matter what. And Cy Young did that in 1904. And even today, they have a lot of no-hitter games. You might see a lot of no-hitters. But perfect games are very, very rare. I'll have to figure out how many actually, and you can do this at home, how many perfect games are there total? I should have perhaps Googled that, but I did not. Number 3, Alan Shepard was the first gentleman, the first American to orbit outer space. He was the first space traveler, even though it was for only 15 minutes. He went up on Freedom 7 spacecraft. They call it Freedom 7. And I guess if you're traveling in space, that's the ultimate freedom. No one can tie you down. No one can pigeonhole you. Nobody can tell you not to go outside and play. You're in outer space. And Alan Shepard did that in 1961. He's the first one to travel into space. Alan Shepard. And in 2001, did I miss one of these? I got Cinco De Mayo. Then we got the Cy Young Award. Then we had Alan Shepard. And the next one is in 2001, Clifton Keith Hildegrass. Clifton Hildegrass. What a wonderful last name. If I had a choice of a last name, Hildegrass would be quite cavalier. Mr. Hildegrass, office please. Mr. Hildegrass, office. Anyway, this gentleman is the creator and the publisher of the famous literary aids called Cliff Notes. That's right, this gentleman invented Cliff Notes. He in Nebraska, Lincoln, Nebraska. He was working for a college or a textbook publishing company. That's the timer. I said it for 10 minutes because I don't want to go too far. This Hildegrast, Kenneth Clifton, that's why they call him this famous literary, he worked for a textbook company in Lincoln, Nebraska, and he is the inventor and the creator of Cliff Notes. That's right, Cliff Notes, everybody's favorite tool. College students use them, high school use them for the SAT examinations, examination preps, they have Cliff Notes, they have Cliff Notes for everything. And they became very, I've never used Cliff Notes, I wasn't the greatest student, but Cliff Notes, so he worked for this publishing company in Lincoln, Nebraska, so he had access to all the bookstores and the all the bookstores and all the colleges all over the United States. He had access, he had contacts, and that's when it just blew up in 1958, the first Cliff Note from this gentleman, Mr. Hildegrast. And he always kept the company in Lincoln, Nebraska. All the employees were lifetime employees from Lincoln, Nebraska. He, upon his death, I think he has an endowment, and he was always gave to charity, but they were extremely popular. Literary study guides or Cliff Notes, 1958, and he died on today's date. In 2001, and he was born in 1918. I'm not even going to attempt to figure out that age right now. It's just something that I had left out. How embarrassed am I? This would be something I'd have to edit out of this video, this presentation. I'd have to edit that out. You don't want to show the presenter. Usually it doesn't want to show the presenter fouling up, or you don't want to show. It might cut down on subscribers. It might cause people to get angry and upset because their world was turned upside down. Anyway, Clifton Keith Hildegrast. I wish I had put down how old he was when he died. I think he was, well, he was between 65 and 105. How's that? He was between 65 and 105. I think I covered my, but you can Google yourself and learn about Clifton Keith Hildegrast. And I think that's about it. I'm in front of, in the pool area today. I just thought I'd give you a different perspective. I'm still limited on my travels. I don't want to drive that truck the way it is. It's not streetable. And on a side note, today's the day I lost my mom, 23 years ago today, Cinco De Mayo. She died when she was 79, and 23 years ago, if she was alive today, she'd be 102. Yes, 1919 to 1998, and I wish I had a picture of my mom. I do not have a picture. I had a picture, and somehow it got lost in the, it's not lost, it's just not in Austin, Texas right now. So our hearts go out to everybody celebrating Cinco de Mayo, and our hearts go out to all our moms. Call your mom at least once a week. Moms are important. They're the only ones that'll stand up in court and defend you after you were charged with murdering 150 school children. Mom will defend you to the day mom dies. There's nothing like a mom. Moms are the only people in the world you can truly trust. You can trust. Moms are the only ones. Moms will help you bury the bodies. Moms are great. They'll pick you up. They'll take you wherever you need to go. And remember, moms don't last forever. So call your mom once a week. And moms are doing the best they can. And they're great cooks. And they think about you all the time. So think about your mom all the time. Call your mom. Happy Cinco de Mayo. And have a great day. Have a great, safe Cinco de Mayo celebration. And in closing, we've got the Cy Young Perfect Game in 1904. We've got Alan Shepard traveling in space for 15 minutes in 1961. We've got Clifton Keith Hillegrass, the publisher and creator of Cliff Notes. And we've got Cinco de Mayo, 1862. And the last thing is Adele. Happy birthday to Adele, 1988. She's 33 years old. Everybody loves Adele. She doesn't go there and shake her butt and show her breasts. She just sings and she sings and she sings, and she makes a lot of money on boyfriends that kick her to the curb. So imagine that. If the boyfriends didn't break up with her, she'd have nothing to sing about. Apparently somebody did kick Adele out of the bed for eating crackers. So have a great day. Listen to Adele. Call your mom. Enjoy Cinco de Mayo. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out.